The pattern doesn't begin with governments. It begins with something older. Long before borders were drawn, before flags, before names like empire or republic, there was already a structure in place, something unseen but referenced in fragments, not in one place, but across texts, cultures, and time. Always incomplete, always just enough to suggest something more. In the Book of Daniel, a messenger is delayed, not by terrain, not by distance, but by a presence described as the Prince of Persia. Not a king, not a general, something else, something that could resist an angel. And it wasn't alone. There was another, the Prince of Greece, distinct, separate, assigned or at least connected to a different nation. Not metaphorically, but functionally, as if behind the visible movements of empires, there were intelligences operating in parallel, unseen but engaged. That alone could be dismissed. Symbolism, vision language. But the pattern doesn't stay isolated. In the Book of Deuteronomy, there's a line that seems almost incidental at first glance, that when the nations were divided, they were apportioned according to the number of the sons of God. A strange detail to include if it means nothing. Stranger still if it means something very specific, because it suggests structure, not chaos, not randomness, a distribution. And if that distribution was real, if spiritual beings were in some sense associated with nations, then the question isn't whether influence exists. The question is, what happened to them? That's where the narrative darkens. The Book of Enoch, while not universally accepted as scripture, preserves a memory of beings who crossed a boundary, not merely observing humanity, but interfering with it. Teaching, guiding, altering, not through force, but through knowledge, through influence. If even part of that account reflects something real, then the implication is difficult to ignore. What if the corruption wasn't random? What if it was organized? What if those same structures, those same assignments, didn't disappear, but shifted? Because when you step back and look at human history, a strange consistency appears. Civilizations rise with remarkable intelligence, engineering, governance, systems of control. But alongside that growth, there's always something else: imbalance. Power consolidates, knowledge expands, but not evenly. Control becomes more refined, more subtle. It doesn't look like chaos. It looks like guidance, not always overt, not always obvious, but directional. And the language used later in texts like the Epistle to the Ephesians doesn't move away from this idea. It sharpens it. It describes rulers, authorities, powers, not of flesh and blood, but operating in a different layer of reality. Structured, hierarchical, not mythological, operational. So the possibility remains. Not that every decision is controlled, not that humans are puppets, but that the systems themselves, the frameworks nations operate within, may be influenced from a level that doesn't announce itself. Quietly, persistently. The kind of influence that doesn't need recognition to be effective. If that's true, even partially, then the world isn't just what it appears to be on the surface. It's something deeper, something structured, something that may have been in place long before the first nation ever existed, and may still be shaping them now. Not openly, but not absent either. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And while you're here, click on the video you see on screen to keep watching. Your support helps this channel grow and keeps content like this coming. I'll see you in the next one.